Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. That sounded weird when I said it for a second. I'm coming live to you on Facebook and Instagram to chat a little this morning. But what I want you guys to do right now, which some of you maybe might not be able to answer, but I want you to think about the last time you went to the doctor's office. For some of you, that could have been last week, that could have been a couple of months ago, that could have been when you were 12. So today I want to talk about general health for women in their 20s and the exams or checkups that you should be getting. There's a couple different ones that maybe you don't think about or maybe you don't think is important, but I think it is important to have these exams once in a while just to make sure you're healthy and in tip-top shape. But before we get into that, I also think we should talk really quickly just about insurance, because I know when you're older, you could be, or when you're younger, you're on your parents' health insurance, dental care plan, all of that stuff. But when you're older, you sadly get kicked off of it at a certain age. So that's something to really keep in mind, is make sure that when you're transitioning either to a new job or something like that, that you are set up for a plan for insurance, whether that be dental insurance, health insurance, even unrelated to health, like auto insurance, things like that, because that might not be something you think about every day, but it is important to make sure that if something does happen, you're prepared. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to go over. First one, your general physical exam. So this is when you would go to your general doctor, general practitioner, you get your height, your weight, your blood pressure, talk about all that stuff. You should be doing, it's recommended by a US News and World Report that you do that at least 2 times in your 20s. And that's just for the general health. Like, I know I have Crohn's disease. I go to my general practitioner once a year just to make sure that things are good and in tip-top shape. So at least, though, a couple times in your 20s you should be going so you can make sure things are okay. Along with that, they recommend that once every 4 to 6 years you get your cholesterol checked. Now, I know a bunch of stuff came out about like eggs and they're linked to high cholesterol, so if you're paying attention to things like that, that's important. And even if you're not, like, cholesterol is linked to so many, or high cholesterol is linked to so many things, it's important to have them check it once in a while. Next thing, we're talk about a couple and then I'll get to, I think, my most important at the end. Next one, dental exams, which are important. And I feel like a lot of my friends and even like people I know, like, haven't been to the dentist in years, which is weird to me because I go to the dentist twice a year, every 6 months, just to make sure that my teeth look clean. There's no like infections, I guess, or like cavities. I go twice a year, and I'm sure if you go to a dentist regularly, you can see that they recommend coming every 6 months, but it is recommended to at least go once a year. And yeah, teeth might not seem like that big of a deal, but things can happen. You could have a chip in your tooth, and if you don't get it checked out, it could get worse. A pain in your tooth that maybe you don't really pay attention to, but then you go and find out it's bad and it could have turned into something worse if you didn't go. So at least getting it checked up once in a while is something recommended. Next one, which I think a lot of people definitely don't think about, is skin screenings for cancer, which are recommended once a year. So you can just honestly call your local dermatologist or dermatologist that you go to and say, want to come in for a skin check? And they'll literally just look at your skin and make sure there's no unusual moles or anything. I know every time I get mine, my dermatologist tells me how great it is how pale I am because that makes it less likely for skin cancer because I'm really not in the sun. And I'm like, thank you, I am very pale. So skin screenings, and I think that, again, is something that a lot of people don't think about. And I just started getting those because it was recommended to me for various reasons. But it is important because you're in the sun every day. And even like if you're in Minnesota like me and it's gloomy out or it's winter one day, the sun is still out, you can still be affected by it. So wearing your sunscreen too is important daily, but getting those skin screenings. Now, the last one that is specifically, I think, for women is obviously your OBGYN appointments. Those are important to get checked up because there's so many different women's health issues that could come up, and it's important to make sure that things are in good shape. So again, a few things that are recommended: Pap smears starting at age 21. You should be getting them. If your OBGYN doesn't give you one, request it. I know it's not fun, but it's important. And you should be getting those every 3 years starting at 21. So yeah, like you might not think it's that important because you feel fine or there's no history of anything, but it's still important. You never know, and you want to be prepared and know something. So having those happen, they should give them to you, but you can recommend them. And then also annual breast exams, because breast cancer is a huge cancer in the world that a lot of people are affected by. And again, even if you don't have history or you feel fine, you never know. So asking for that annual breast exam. Aside from that, you should be also doing self breast exams once a month at home. I'll link a little thing in the comments that kind of teaches you how to do it. You can just do it in the shower just to make sure everything again is okay. And if you find something, then you can go into your OBGYN and all that stuff. So I know it wasn't a very exciting topic, but important topic, getting those doctors appointments in and just making sure that you can set yourself up for a healthy life in the future. I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Happy Wednesday. Again, I can't believe it's Wednesday. I thought it was like Monday or something. Make sure to book your doctor's exams. If you haven't been to the doctor in a while or the dentist in a while, that is my call to action for you, is to set one appointment up, a skin screening. Call your doctor, call your dentist, call your OBGYN. Do at least an at-home self-breast exam, something like that. I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good day, and bye.